Don't. Hello. Hopefully you can all hear me now. You'll probably be able to hear like my breathing and stuff because I haven't really filtered out my breathing or anything. We are playing the current dev build of Thrive. Um, which is, well, it's the 0.4.1 dev build right now. Um, it's very mid development. But I've been working on it, and so have other people. As you can see, we start as a prokaryote now. It's not sized correctly, but that'll be fixed. In the editor, we can choose to add a nucleus and then unlock the membrane-bound organelles. If we don't add a nucleus, we are stuck with the prokaryotic structures like the metabolosomes and that stuff and such. It's quite neat, and we have floating iron ions now, but that's not a complete feature. They need to be like coming from iron rocks, which are like these little things. There's a bunch of different shapes and sizes for the iron rocks, but the iron ions should be coming out of these. But right now they don't. But we do have an organelle for processing them, even though it doesn't have art yet. So it just uses the chemosynthesizing one, but it works pretty differently. It takes the iron and atmospheric CO2 and it makes ATP from that. And we have our atmospheric CO2 up here and our atmospheric oxygen up here. That's the percentage of the atmosphere that is that. And it's actually accurate. That's what it is on Earth right now in real life, which obviously means it needs. Basically, they can change based on the biome and everything, and and we'll make them like change based on how long you've been playing the game. So you can have like an oxygenation event if there's a lot of plants evolving. They'll start changing the oxygen level and the CO2 levels of the Earth and such. And it could shift the other way too, and other such things, which would be really really cool. Right now we need phosphate. Those things are terrifying. What are you? Primtormonian. Scary. Very scary. I don't know how well you guys can hear the music. Hopefully it sounds alright. I guess I'll know when I edit the video, right? Because I'm not gonna just. I'm not even gonna bother, like, trying doing, like, a test record or anything like that, because I don't feel like it. I just want to play Thrive. Oh, I think I fixed the banana bug, by the way. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. I haven't had enough people testing it to see if it's fixed. But I made some changes to how we offload them. So it probably super helps. Anyway, at the very least. We'll see what happens. I'm sure if it exists, I'll see it at some point from playing. I haven't seen it at all today. I made the change and I've been testing it on and off. Okay, so here you can see this is the editor. As you can see, we could add a nucleus, and we cannot add any of these organelles right now because we need a nucleus for them. See this? The nucleus. Performance process eukaryote evolution allows for synthesis of RNA, mRNA, and allows the cell to evolve membrane-bound organelles. Oh yeah. So that should be fun. But as you can see, we don't have that. We're stuck with these prokaryotic structures, which are the metabolosomes, the chromatophores, which I've changed the descriptions and stuff for. As you can see, this performance process, chromatophore photosynthesis, it takes in some CO2 and glucose, and creates. Well, it takes in some CO2 and makes glucose from it. And that changes based on what percentage the environmental CO2 is. So right now it's 9%. So if it was 18%, it would like double this. So we'd be making 66 glucose per second. If our CO2 percentage on this biome or in this planet was 18 instead of 9. So that all works. And we have a new organelle here, which doesn't have an icon or art for it yet, but it works. It's called the rustocyanin, which is it lets you do chemolithotrophy, which is the ability to take inorganic molecules like iron and oxidize that and take in some carbon dioxide to create ATP, which is pretty neat. As you can see, the description says siderophores and rustocyanin. For siderophores, by the way, chelate iron, so they take iron from the environment. That's what those are for. I wanted to have them as separate organelles, but we decided it was a dumb idea. But anyway, they take the iron from the environment, and the rustocyanin takes that iron and oxidizes it. Takes those iron ions and oxidizes it, and carbon from atmospheric carbon dioxide, and produces ATP by doing that. Which is real. It's a real thing in real life. So it's kind of cool that we have that in the game now. Chemolithotrophy is a process by which organisms obtain their energy from the oxidation of reduced inorganic ions. Yep. That is like the dictionary definition. So we're going to add a couple of those. A flagella and a metabolosome. So now we need... As you can see, the movement is a little bit weird now. That's a bit buggy. It's something to do with the fact that you unlock the nucleus separately now. It just makes the movement be weird, so we have to fix that at some point. But as you can see, I'm gathering iron ions, and that's being made into ATP when I need ATP. So I'm just going to fill up my iron ions. Oh, there's a little chunk of iron here. Look at that. I don't have water, by the way, so that's probably why my voice is like super. My voice is very. I want to say raspy, for some reason. I don't know why. But let's just eat these. Oh god, they're running away. Oh yeah, that they actually flee when you try to consume them now, and they also flee from predators way better than they used to now. So it's actually harder to hunt now. And predators are also way more ambitious. They'll chase after you for ages. Like they'll target you specifically, or whatever cell they're targeting, they'll chase it until they get bored now. Instead of Instead of just like chasing whatever's nearest, they'll like chase one cell until they get bored, which is awesome. I'm out of iron ions already. Let's add some chromatophores. We're just create a plant animal, you know. That's how that works, right? In real life, just bam. There. Now we should be good for a while. We don't have our chemo. We don't actually have chemo-synthesizing organelles right now, so we can't produce glucose from our hydrogen sulfide, so we have to rely on iron and glucose. I mean, you can add it, obviously, still, because it's still in the game, obviously. We wouldn't remove stuff like that. But I didn't add it to this cell. Our goal is obviously to win. We'll see what happens. I might get some water. Have like a short intermission where I get water. I'm just gonna die. I can't find my iron that I need. Oh yeah, now if you die when you're about to like reproduce, it resets everything, so you can't die and then go into the editor after you die because because that's really silly. So that's fixed now. But yeah, as you see, there's little iron chunks all over the place that all look different, which is super nice to have. Eventually, like I said, like the iron will be centered around them, and they'll probably like release a certain amount of iron before dissolving completely. So it should make for something a bit different from your standard eat everything you see gameplay that we have right now. Seems to work pretty well. Although the iron runs out fast. Eating you. Ha. What do we want this time? Let's add more nuclei to our cell. All of them. Just all the... I mean, not nuclei, but flagella. So right now we look like a dinoflagellate, basically, except for without a nucleus. Eat that guy. He's running, but he can't run fast enough to escape us. Bam. So predators are way more evil now. They'll chase you more... they'll chase you with way more gusto. But I haven't had that issue yet so far, so that's kind of neat. Actually, I think we can yeah, we can actually engulf this guy because, you know, it doesn't understand that we're a prokaryote. So that's something that we need to work on. Obviously, that doesn't make much sense for a cell that's smaller than other cells to engulf them, and that's a thing even in the current game, which we want to get rid of. So like it'll be like, oh, you're a prokaryote, so you need to be a lot bigger to be able to consume other cells, like double their size, like 4 times their size, just so that the actual sizes match up or something. We'll see what happens. We can add a nucleus. I'm gonna evolve into a eukaryote now, and as you can see, that unlocks all of our, you know, organelles, which is super neat. But it takes all our mutation points. So here we are. We're a eukaryote now. See this guy over here? This prokaryote guy that's our previous species? We're gonna eat him. Oh yeah. There. Ouch. Well, that just happened. That's kind of funny. Actually, there might be a bug. I don't think they're actually duplicating. So that's probably was a bug I accidentally introduced when I added that. We'll see what happens. No, they're duplicating. It's just that for some reason these ones aren't duplicating. It might be just because they have no place to go. Interesting. So that's a bug that I just noticed. We need to wait to generate some ATP from our iron ions. Bam. I suppose we could add more rustocyanin to our cell, right? All of the rustocyanin. Oh yeah, there we go. That's much faster. We just need more iron in our body. We could add our eukaryotic organelles, but why would I do that when I can add this to my cell? Who knows? Can I eat you? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna die enough to actually see if the banana bug is fixed. In my tests earlier, when I was just suiciding a million times, it seemed that it was fixed. It seemed that there was no banana bug anymore. But we'll see. Oh no, this guy's gonna kill us! Oh no! Let's see what happens. Yep. Back to this normal biome. Sweet. So far, no issues. Looks like these guys recently evolved, actually. They're Nemosia magquar. And these guys have been around a while. Mani and Prasulia. Oh yeah, like if a cell is like if a microbe has like super high aggression, like a bacteria, and they have like super high aggression, the ones that like used to chase you, like they'll chase you now, but once you start like eating them, they'll run away immediately. So or they'll run away as soon as they get near you now. So you don't have to worry about like small little bacteria chasing after you anymore. That can't damage you. So, which is always nice. Looks like those guys evolved the toxins, so we can't eat them. Um, Look at that machine gun. They're smarter now. They won't pick fights they know they'll just get eaten from. So like you won't have those bacteria that swarm you. Like you could just consume them all. Like they won't do that anymore. They'll just run away. Like once they're close enough now. So that's good. That's good. Because bacteria chasing after you was so silly. Oh, this is a known bug. So for some reason your cell gyrates now, and I don't know what's causing that bug. I think it has something to do with the nucleus position. Like, but yeah, let's add some chemoplasts because we do have membrane-bound organelles unlocked now, so we might as well make use of them, right? Bam. Oh, we're gonna die. Just gonna suicide. There we go. Oh, oh, this ain't good. Oh no, I might have killed myself with bad decision making because every single cell of my species is now dying because they don't have the iron to start with. One potential fix for that would be just making everyone start with a little bit of iron, so the cells that have the ability to process iron can process their iron. But I think that's kind of a stopgap measure, and a better solution would be for it to like check what organelles a cell has and then give them the correct compounds at the beginning of the game, like to match their cell's composition. Because now cell compositions are pretty complex. Like you might have one that only chemosynthesizes, you might have one that only does chemolithoautotrophy, you might have one that relies on glucose still, like all of that stuff. Like so like some cells should probably start with some hydrogen sulfide in them. Some cells should start with some iron in them. Blah, all of that stuff. Um, we'll see what happens. There's that bug again. This is worse than the banana bug, though. Because it's more common. So we're gonna have to fix that. I don't know what's causing that bug. I'd have to look into it. It's got to have something to do with the fact that we just added the prokaryote evolution, because that never happened in previous versions. So I think there might be something that like relies on where the nucleus position is for movement, or it could have something to do with having, flagella connected to the nucleus or whatever, wherever the nucleus usually would be. Who knows? Who knows? The fact that the cell churns the way it does is also a problem, I think. We should fix that. We should change how that works. And it seems to be only the player cell that has the problem. I don't see other cells gyrating like that. So I'm sure it's an easy to fix bug. I just haven't bothered looking into it yet. Because I've been working on iron stuff right now. I'll probably end up having to fix the bug, but I mean, I will end up fixing the bug eventually. Oh god, this is terrible, you guys. What even? Hey, banana bug. Okay.